Fast food chains pushed prices so far that now they have to convince people value still exists. The cheap meal did not come back because fast food suddenly became cheap again. It came back because customers started looking at the menu and thinking the same thing. This went too far. A basic combo started feeling close to a sit-down meal. Lunch for one person started costing what people used to spend feeding two. The meal that used to be the backup plan when money was tight suddenly needed a coupon, an app, or a bundle to feel affordable. That is why value menus are coming back. Not because chains became generous, but because the old pricing stopped feeling believable. Fast food was never only selling burgers, fries, tacos, coffee, or chicken. It was selling the feeling that a quick meal could still be cheap enough to justify. And once that feeling breaks, the business has a problem. A customer does not need an inflation chart to know when fast food feels wrong. They feel it when the menu board says one thing, the app says another, and the cheapest option feels hidden behind a login screen. That is why the return of value menus matters. It is not just a discount strategy, it is damage control. For years, fast food had a simple advantage. It was faster than restaurants, easier than cooking, and cheaper than most alternatives. That combination made fast food part of normal life. If money was tight or time was short, fast food could still work. Then the gap started shrinking. Food costs rose, labor costs rose, packaging costs rose, and franchise expenses moved higher. So menu prices moved higher too. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that food away from home was up 3.6% over the year ending in April 2026. Limited service meals were up 3.2%. The pressure was real, but the bigger problem was what the price did to the promise. Fast food can survive being more expensive than it used to be. It struggles when customers stop believing it is the cheap option at all. That is the first value menu problem. The category built its identity on affordability, then drifted away from the identity that made it powerful. A chain can explain labor costs, beef costs, supply chains, and inflation, but the customer does not feel those explanations at the register. The customer feels the total. And when the total feels too high, the brand promise starts to crack. The value menu is the apology without saying sorry. It tells the customer there is still a way to eat here without feeling stupid. That signal matters because fast food runs on frequency. A nicer restaurant can survive on occasional visits, but fast food needs repetition. A high-priced combo can create revenue in one visit. But if enough people skip the visit entirely, the business loses something more valuable than the upsell. It loses the habit. That is where value becomes a traffic weapon. A cheap-looking meal brings people back into the system. Once they are there, the business has more chances to sell a drink, a side, a larger size, a premium sandwich, or another visit next week. The low-price item is not always the most profitable item. Sometimes it is the doorway. McDonald's made the Backtrack visible when it launched its McValue platform nationwide in January 2025. Then it expanded the push in April 2026 with under $3 items and a $4 breakfast meal deal. A company does not rebuild national value messaging unless it believes affordability perception needs repair. This came after years of customers saying fast food no longer felt cheap. People complain that value menus feel fake, that the cheap meal requires an app, and that the old dollar menu feeling disappeared. That frustration is the opening. Fast food chains are not just fighting other restaurants. They are fighting the customer's memory of what fast food used to cost. A customer may not remember every old price, but they remember the feeling. They remember when a quick meal did not require strategy. Now the strategy is everywhere. Use the app, activate the deal, scan the reward, buy the bundle, and order at the right time. The open menu got more expensive. The hidden menu moved into the phone. That is the second mechanism. Value is coming back, but not in the same form. Old value was simple. The price was on the board, the cheap item was visible, and the customer did not need a login to find the deal. Modern value is more controlled. The chain can offer discounts through apps, bundles, and loyalty systems while protecting the full-price menu for everyone else. That is why app deals matter. A coupon on a phone does more than lower the price. It moves the customer into a digital system. Now the chain can see what you order, when you order, where you order, which offer brought you in, and what might bring you back. The discount does not only buy a transaction, it buys behavior. This is where the value menu becomes more than a menu. It becomes a funnel. The price becomes less fixed. The deal becomes more conditional. And the customer starts learning that fast food is affordable only if they play the system correctly. That is a major shift. Fast food used to win by being simple. Now it is trying to win by being optimized. But optimization has a cost. When customers have to work to find the cheap meal, the brand no longer feels naturally affordable. It feels like affordability has been placed behind a gate. That is why public value messaging matters. McDonald's under $3 menu and $4 breakfast deal are not just discounts. They are public signals that say, we still have low prices. If customers believe every cheap deal is temporary, hidden, limited, or app-only, value stops feeling like a brand promise. It starts feeling like a trick. And once value feels like a trick, customers become less loyal. This is where competitive pressure shows up. Taco Bell has been one of the clearest examples of value working as a weapon. Reuters reported that Taco Bell's same-store sales rose 8% in Q1 2026, helped by low-cost offerings including the Luxe menu starting at $3. That matters because value can still drive demand. Customers may complain about fast food prices, but they still respond when the offer feels clear and easy to understand. The winning value offer does not just have to be cheaper. It has to feel obviously cheaper. The opposite side of the industry shows the risk. Wendy's reported a 7.8% drop in U.S. same-restaurant sales in Q1 2026. Its U.S. company-operated restaurant margin also fell from 14.8% to 11.4%. That is the business problem. If value perception weakens, traffic can weaken, margins can tighten, and the chain has to bring people back without destroying profitability. That is why value menus are carefully designed. The company needs customers to believe food is affordable, but it also needs operators and shareholders to believe the business still works. The chain does not want every customer buying only the cheapest item forever. It wants the cheap item to restart the visit. A value meal can pull someone into the drive-thru. A breakfast deal can create a morning habit. A low-price item can get someone to open the app. That is why value is not generosity. It is a recovery strategy. Fast food does not need a value menu again because customers forgot what cheap means. It needs a value menu again because customers remember too well. They remember when the fallback meal felt easy. They remember when the cheapest option was not hidden. They remember when fast food did not require comparing apps, bundles, and limited-time deals before ordering. That memory is dangerous for the chains. Every time a customer looks at the menu board and thinks, "This used to be cheaper," the brand loses a little more of the identity it built for decades. That is why the value menu is really a message. It says the chain still has an entry point, and the brand still belongs in the weekly routine. But the modern version comes with a catch. The value menu may bring back affordability, but it does not fully bring back simplicity. The customer still has to watch the app, compare the bundle, and know which item is actually cheap. That is the new fast food bargain. The chain gives back the feeling of value, but often in a more controlled system. The customer gets a cheaper path, but not necessarily the old open menu. If your fast food order only feels affordable when you use an app, a coupon, or a bundle, comment what chain still feels worth it to you. And if you want more breakdowns of everyday prices, fees, and hidden business systems, subscribe to Hidden Insights. The final realization is that fast food is not only selling food, it is selling permission. Permission to not cook. Permission to save time. Permission to feed yourself quickly without feeling like you made a bad financial decision. That last part is what the industry is trying to recover. If a customer leaves the drive-thru feeling overcharged, the food does not just taste different. The entire brand feels different. That is why value menus return whenever fast food drifts too far away from affordability. They are proof that the business noticed customers pulling back. The value menu is the reset button. The app deal is the control system. The bundle makes the total feel less painful without lowering everything on the board. That is why fast food is trying to be cheap again. Not because burgers and fries became cheap, because the feeling of cheap became fragile. Fast food can raise prices, add premium items, push apps, build rewards programs, and test higher totals. But it cannot lose the idea that a quick meal is still supposed to feel affordable. Because once that idea breaks, fast food stops being the backup plan. It becomes another bill people try to avoid. And that is the real reason value came back. Fast food went too far. Now it has to sell cheap again.